Hello friends and welcome to this session for GATE and ESC Electrical Engineering. My friend, this session is going to be one of the most awesome session and you are going to really learn something very new and something that will help you in the exam. In the exam for GATE, may it be 2021 or it may be 2022. Now, before we start the lecture, my friend, let me introduce you myself. My name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR 1 in GATE 2014 and GATE 2018. And my friend, I was also awarded the President of India Gold Medal by the President himself in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Presently, I am working as a director at an academy for GATE department, and that is why constantly I am able to bring new and more initiatives for you. Because an academy is not an institute. An academy is not a coaching. An academy is more of a revolution. An academy is more of a feeling. An academy has everything right that is wrong with every other coaching institute in the country. The name An Academy, my friend, has been comprised of two words, un and academy. That means it has everything that is not there in an academy. So an academy cares about the student in the best way possible. It cares about the student most than or more than any other person can. All the initiatives are centered on the student. That is, they are always working towards the student welfare. And that is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system. That is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system free of cost on our YouTube channel. So my friend, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, make sure that you have subscribed, because we have electrical machine, power electronics, power system, communication system, EMT, EDC, network, signal, control, digital, everything is here on this channel, that too free of cost, my friend. But what has An Academy done? An Academy has brought a revolution in the country where they are providing the most affordable education, and that too free of that too at the most affordable price, as well as free of cost on YouTube. So my friend, if you want to be a part of the revolution that An Academy has created by means of the courses that are running on An Academy, where they are bringing you the best ever educators of the country on a single platform. That is, you, my friend, can be able to learn from India's top educator at the cheapest or at the most affordable prices possible. At the most affordable prices possible. Now, my friend, I'm talking to you. You can dare to dream. You can dare to enter a PSU. You can dare to dream about MTech from an IIT. Why? Because An Academy has made it possible. An Academy has done everything that is required to get the best rank in GATE examination. So my friend, if you want to join An Academy, make sure that you use the code Ankit ESE, because the door to An Academy opens with this code, and this directly makes me your mentor, so that I can guide you at each and every step regarding your GATE preparation. And not only this, you will also get 10% discount on your subscription. Now, what does An Academy bring for you? Not only the live classes. The live classes are the best part of An Academy, where you can interact with the educator, ask your doubt, and make sure that you understand each and every concept, and then only exit the class. But other than that, you get dedicated doubt session, where you can post a pic of a question and ask any doubt, any number of doubts. Then you have weekly quizzes. Every Sunday we test how much you have understood. Then there are daily practice paper which we provide you for practice. Then there are practice questions from An Academy. Then there are test series from An Academy. Then there is crash course, where we will boost your rank in the last few months. There is rank improvement batch for the students who have already done well in the GATE examination. Now, my friend, all of this just with one subscription fees, where you don't have to pay anything again and again or anything extra. That is the magic of An Academy. Just join An Academy without thinking too much.
Hi guys, in the last lecture we saw the ABCD model of a transmission line, in which we saw the equations that relate the sending end and the receiving end parameters are Vs equal to AVR plus BIR, then Is equal to CVR plus DIR. Okay, And then we saw for symmetrical network, A must be equal to D, and for reciprocal network, AD minus BC must be 1. Okay. Then what we saw is, we saw the series and parallel connection of two transmission lines, and we saw the equivalent parameters of both the connections. Then we saw the voltage regulation, where we derived VR0 to be mod of Vs by A, and we derived line charging current to be C by A mod Vs. Okay, where Vs was per phase voltage. And as I told you, these equations must be applied on a phase basis, per phase basis, and not in the line voltage terms. In this lecture, we will focus our attention on the short transmission line analysis, and we'll see what kind of characteristics does a short transmission line possess. So this is the circuit model of a short transmission line, as we saw earlier also. So here now let us determine the ABCD parameters of a short line. So by KCL, what I can say is IS will be equal to IR, and by KVL, what I can say is Vs equal to VR plus IR into R plus j omega L. Or we can say VR plus IR Z. Now if we write it in matrix form, Vs Is will be so coefficient A is 1, B is Z. Here CVR, C is 0, DIR, D is 1. So 1, Z, 0, 1 are the ABCD parameters of a short transmission line. Now if you observe here, since A equal to D equal to 1, this model is symmetrical, and AD minus BC will be 1 into 1 minus Z into 0, that is 1, so it is reciprocal. So the model of a short transmission line is symmetrical as well as reciprocal. If we wish to determine the voltage regulation for a short transmission line, we saw voltage regulation was mod of Vs by A minus mod of Vr by mod of Vr into 100%. Now A is 1, so it will be mod of Vs minus mod of Vr by mod of Vr into 100%. So that will be the voltage regulation for a short transmission line. Remember, this expression is only applicable for a short transmission line. Otherwise, the general expression is mod Vs by A minus mod Vr. Similarly, if we derive line charging current, C by A mod Vs, since C is 0 in this case, it will be 0. And when I wrote the model of a short transmission line, I told you we are neglecting any line charging current, and hence we are neglecting any sort of capacitance. That is what is coming from the ABCD parameters also. So next, let us see the phasor diagram of a short transmission line. So first, let us consider the case where I will take a lagging power factor load. Okay, usually we draw with a voltage as the reference phasor, but here I am drawing with the current as the reference phasor. So I know that IR will be equal to IS. Since current will be lagging, the voltage will be leading. So this will be my voltage VR. Now we know Vs equal to VR plus IR into R plus JX. Okay, this angle will be receiving end power factor phi R. So if we draw IR into R, let us say this is IR into R plus IR into X. So if we draw Vs, Vs will be like this. Angle between Vs and Is will be phi S. Okay. Now if we wish to determine the voltage regulation, what we need to do is we need to calculate mod of Vs minus mod of Vr. So let us resolve these voltages in their respective horizontal and vertical components. So the vertical component of Vs is this much. This will be Vs sine phi s. Horizontal component is this much. This will be Vs cos phi s. Similarly, resolving Vr, this will be Vr cos phi r, and the vertical component it will be Vr sin phi r. Now let us compare the two vertical components. If you see, this is Vr sin phi r, this is Vs sin phi s. The difference between the two is IR x. So Vs sin phi s is equal to Vr sin phi r plus IR into x. Similarly, this is Vr cos phi r, this is Vr sin Vs sin cos phi s. The difference between the two is IR into r. So Vs cos phi s is equal to Vr cos phi r plus IR into r. From this equation, I can calculate sending end power factor. Cos phi s will be Vr cos phi r plus IR into r by Vs. This will be my sending end power factor. Now to compute mod of Vs, what we will do is we will square and add these two equations. So we will get Vs square. So if we square and add these two equations, we will get Vs square will be Vr cos phi r plus IR into r whole square, Vr sin phi r plus IR into x whole square. So Vs will be Vr cos phi r plus IR into r whole square, Vr sin phi r plus IRx whole square under root. So if we rub this entire thing and I write it down completely, the magnitude of Vs is given by Vr cos phi r plus IR into r, Vr sin phi r plus IR into x whole square. Okay, that is for a lagging power factor load. What if we take a leading load? Then the power factor angle will be negative. That means sin phi will be negative, but cos phi will be same sign because cos of minus theta is cos theta. So what I can write down for a leading power factor load, Vr cos phi r plus IR into r plus Vr sin phi r minus IRx whole square. So if you take Vr sin phi r negative, that means that will be minus Vr sin phi r plus IRx whole square. So b minus a square is same as a minus b square. So that is why I have taken IRx to be negative. Okay. So this is for the leading power factor case. Now for the zero voltage regulation, which is the ideal condition, that means the voltage drop is zero in the transmission line, or we can say sending and the receiving end voltages are equal. That is the ideal condition. For that, mod Vs must be equal to mod of Vr. If you see this equation, first one, mod of Vs is definitely greater than mod of Vr because both these terms are getting added. So for a lagging power factor load, we cannot have a zero voltage regulation. But if you see the second equation, here one term is getting added, other is getting subtracted. So there is a high chance that one term will compensate the effect of other term. So that means there is zero voltage regulation possibility in case of leading power factor load. So if we want zero voltage regulation, we will have to use leading power factor load. So let us see what is the condition for zero voltage regulation. We will say mod Vs equal to mod Vr, or we can say mod Vs square equal to mod Vr square. Now this is only applicable for a leading power factor load. So mod Vs square will be Vr cos phi r plus IR into R whole square, Vr sin phi r minus IRX whole square. Now let us expand this square, Vr square cos square phi r. Similarly, one term will come from here, sin square phi r. Then IR square r square. Similarly, one term will come from here, x square plus 2 IR Vr r cos phi r. One term will be from the second term, minus x sin phi r. Now what I do is I draw impedance triangle R, X, and this will be Z. So this angle I am taking as theta. Okay, so R square plus X square will give me Z square. So this will be VR square plus IR square Z square and 2 IR VR. R can be written as Z cos theta and X can be written as Z sin theta. So I have taken Z common, so this will be the term. Now we know Vs will be equal to VR square, so this will get cancelled out. So the condition that arrive at is IR square Z square plus 2 IR VR Z. This will be cos theta cos phi minus sin theta sin phi, that is cos of theta plus phi r must be 0. That means cos of theta plus phi r will be minus IRZ by 2 VR. And remember here Z we only take the magnitude. Okay, and VR also should be in per phase. So this is the condition for zero voltage regulation. Since if you see cos theta plus phi is coming out to be negative, that means that theta plus phi r must be greater than 90 degree, or they must lie in the second quadrant. Okay, so that is the condition for a zero voltage regulation. Similarly, just the opposite condition, which is the most undesirable condition, is having maximum voltage regulation. That is the maximum fluctuation between the no load and the full load condition. Since we saw in lagging power factor load, both the terms were getting added. That means Vs will have a higher value in case of a lagging power factor load. So for maximum voltage regulation, difference between Vs minus Vr should be maximum. And for that, Vs should be having a maximum value. That is only possible in case of lagging power factor load. So we see the condition for maximum voltage regulation in case of lagging power factor, zero voltage regulation in case of leading power factor. So here mod Vs will be Vr cos phi r plus IR r whole square, Vr sin phi r plus IRX whole square under root. Now if we expand mod Vs square, it will be Vr square, similar to the last term, IR square Z square plus 2 IR Vr r cos phi r plus x sin phi r. Okay. Now to maximize the voltage regulation, mod Vs minus mod Vr should be maximum. That means mod of Vs square minus mod of Vr square should also be maximum. So what I can do is d by d phi r mod of Vs square minus mod of Vr square, which is equal to d by d phi of ir square z square plus 2 ir Vr into r cos phi r plus x sin phi r. So derivative of this with respect to phi will be 0 plus 2 ir Vr, derivative of cos phi will be minus sin phi, and derivative of sin phi will be cos phi. This should be 0. Since IR and VR cannot be 0, what I will say is minus R sin phi R must be equal to plus X sin X cos phi R must be equal to 0. That means tan phi R must be equal to X by R. Okay, or we can say tan theta. Theta is the impedance angle of the line. That means phi R equal to theta. That is the condition for maximum voltage regulation. Okay, it is a totally undesirable condition. Now, let me tell you one more concept. Suppose we have a lagging power factor load, which will be obviously a RL load. So the current that is going into this load is IR and the voltage is VR. So the angle between VR and IR, phi R, will be actually tan inverse X by R. Or we can say tan of phi R is actually X by R of load. Similarly here tan theta is X by R of line. Okay. So from this condition what I can say is condition for maximum voltage regulation becomes X by R of load should be equal to X by R of line. Okay. Both the X by R ratio must be same for the maximum voltage regulation. Is it fine? So this is also one of the condition. Other condition is theta is equal to phi R. That is the power factor angle must be equal to impedance angle of the transmission line. Okay. Next, let us see what is the phasor diagram for a zero power factor lagging load. For a zero power factor lagging, this will be IR equal to IS. VR will be 90 degree leading. Then VR plus IRR will be this much. IRX will be like this. Okay. So we will have VS to be like this. So this will be equal to phi S. This will be equal to phi R. Okay. So that will be the case for a zero power factor lagging. So here if you see phi S is less than phi R. So cos phi S will be greater than cos of phi R. Now as I just now told you, receiving end power factor depends on the load. So we want a higher sending end power factor because higher power factor implies that maximum power is that is being used is the real power. Reactive power content is less. So that is why power factor should be high. So this is a desirable condition that sending end power factor is greater than receiving end power factor because receiving end power factor is in the hands of load. Now let us determine the sending end power factor with as compared to the receiving end power factor for some cases. For the first case, let me consider that theta is greater than phi r. That is X by R ratio of line is greater than X by R ratio of load. So if we draw the phasor diagram, this is IR equal to IS. Okay, this is my VR. So first I will add IR into R, then I will add IR into X. So if you see, I have intentionally drawn IRX line to be higher because I have to keep X by R ratio of line to be higher. Now if we join these 2 points, this indicates IRZ, that is the voltage drop in the line. So this angle is theta, this angle is phi. From the figure it is clear theta is directly greater than phi. So this is my Vs. So as you see, this is phi s. If theta is greater than phi, then it means phi s is greater than phi r, or cos phi s will be less than cos phi r. So this is one of the undesirable condition, that the sending end power factor is low. But this is when x by r of line is greater than x by r of load. Next, let us take the opposite condition. But here one thing that you need to note is the angle between VR and IR, phi r is less than 90. So receiving end power is greater than 0. That means the power flows from sending to the receiving end. This may sound obvious right now, but later on we will use this concept. Here power is flowing from sending to the receiving end and phi s is greater than phi r. Okay, just right now memorize this. Later I will tell you the significance of this statement. Now let us take another case in which theta will be less than phi r. If theta is less than phi r, it means x by r of line is less than x by r of load. So in this phasor, I will intentionally draw phi r to be high. This will be IR equal to IS. When I will draw VR, I will draw it at a higher angle because phi r should be higher than theta. Then to determine Vs, we will add IR into R and IR into X. So this gives me voltage drop and this angle is theta. Clearly theta is less than phi r. So this will be your Vs. Now if you see here, phi s is less than phi r, that means cos of phi s is greater than cos of phi r. So this is a desirable condition, that the sending end power factor is high. But still if you see phi r is less than 90, so that means PR will be greater than 0. PR is VR IR cos phi r. That means power flows from sending to the receiving end. Okay. So power is flowing from sending to the receiving end even when phi s is less than phi r. It flows from sending to receiving end even when phi s is greater than phi r. So the expression for voltage regulation that we derive using the exact values of mod Vs and mod Vr is kind of typical. So let us derive a simpler expression for the voltage regulation. Let us approximate the voltage regulation to have a simpler method. So here we will draw phasor with VR as reference. So this is my VR, and assuming a lagging power factor load, this is your IR into R. Now to draw Vs, we will add VR plus IR into R. Then IR into X, which is at 90 degree. And then this will be my Vs. Okay, this will be your phi r. This is actually current IR, not IR into R. This is your receiving end current IR. This angle is your phi s. So here phi s is greater than phi r, so sending end power factor is less. The angle between Vs and Vr is called as delta, that is power angle. Now to determine the voltage difference mod of Vs minus mod of Vr, we just need the magnitude of Vs. So let us take in compass the length equal to magnitude of Vs and then rotate this vector so that it lies horizontally. Okay. So if this length is OM, this length will also be OM. That is mod Vs. So let me write it like this: A, B, then M. Okay. So now I can write down OM equal to mod Vs equal to OA, OX plus XA plus AB plus BM. Here OX equal to mod VR. Now this angle will be phi r. Okay, and this angle will also be phi r. The angle between two lines is same as angle between their perpendicular. If we complete this triangle, this angle will be 90 minus phi r. So if you see, AB will be equal to DE. Okay, so let us calculate these values. If we want to find out OX, OX is mod VR, then AX. AX from this triangle I can say IRR into cos phi r. Then AB, which is equal to DE, DE is from this triangle is IRX into cos of 90 minus phi r. Then BM. So let me write it down like this. Mod of Vs will be equal to mod of VR plus IR into R cos of phi r plus IR into X cos of 90 minus phi r plus BM. So mod of Vs minus mod of VR will be IR into R cos phi r plus X sin phi r plus BM. Now to make an approximation, we will neglect BM. Okay, that means what I am saying is OM equal to OB. So if OM becomes equal to OB, from the figure what we calculate to be OM equal to, we are assuming it to be equal to OB. Now from the figure I can say OB is equal to OM cos delta actually, and if both are equal, that means cos delta is nearly 1 or delta is nearly 0. That means we are assuming a very low value of power angle for this approximation to be valid. What is the approximation? That OM equal to OB. From here what I get is mod Vs minus mod VR it will be IR R cos phi r plus X sin phi r. Again this is for lagging. Okay, for leading we will reverse the sign of sin phi r because phi r will be negative. So mod Vs minus mod VR will be IR R cos phi r minus X sin phi r. This is the case for a leading power factor load. Now if we wish to calculate voltage regulation is nothing but mod Vs minus mod VR by mod VR into 100%. So it will be IR by VR R cos phi r plus X sin phi r. So right now I am deriving only for lagging. Later we will just reverse the sign for leading. Now if we assume that VR and IR are V base and I base, that means VR by IR will be V base by I base, which is equal to Z base. So this voltage regulation becomes 1 by Z base R cos phi r plus X sin phi r. Now R upon Z base will be R in per unit, X upon Z base will be X in per unit. So this voltage regulation becomes R pu cos phi r plus X pu sine phi r into 100%. That is for lagging. For leading it will be r pu cos phi r minus x pu sine phi r into 100%. That is for leading. Okay, so this is also the voltage regulation. Assume here V base and I base are VR and IR, which are the actual values of current and voltage. What I mean to say is, if I give you a transmission line of 5 kilovolt 10 kiloampere operating at 3 kV 7 kiloampere, then Z base will be actually ratio of actual voltage by actual current 3 by 7 and not the rated values. Okay, so remember here I am assuming the actual operating values as the base values and not the rated values. So that is the difference when we are solving for voltage regulation in per unit. Now using this expression, let us see what is the condition for zero voltage regulation. Again, zero voltage regulation will occur for leading power factor load. So voltage regulation is there, r cos phi r minus x sin phi r into IR by VR. If this should be 0, that means r cos phi r will be equal to x sin phi r. That means tan phi r will be equal to r by x of transmission line, which is equal to 1 upon x by r of line, which becomes 1 by tan theta. Theta was the impedance angle of the line, so it becomes cot theta or tan of 90 minus theta. That means phi r will be equal to 90 minus theta, hence theta plus phi r will be equal to 90 degree. Okay, so that is the condition for zero voltage regulation in case of a leading power factor load for approximate voltage regulation. But if you see here, this is the condition that theta plus phi r is 90, but with the exact condition or exact formula we saw that theta plus phi r was coming out to be greater than 90. To compute the value, so we can say tan phi r is equal to r by x. It is also equal to r pu by x pu. Okay, in per unit also you can write the same expression. Other condition will be phi r plus theta will be equal to 90 degree. But exact condition is that phi r plus theta will be greater than 90, or we can say cos of phi r theta plus phi r will be minus IRZ by 2VR, where VR is receiving end voltage per phase. This is the exact condition, this is the approximate condition. Now let us derive the condition for maximum voltage regulation. VR, maximum voltage regulation again will occur for a lagging power factor load. It is r pu cos phi r plus x pu sin phi r. Okay, so let us differentiate it with respect to phi r. So it will be minus r pu sin phi r plus x pu cos phi r. For maximum this should be 0. That means tan phi r should be equal to x pu by r pu, or we can say x by r. So tan phi r is equal to tan theta, or phi r equal to theta, which is the same as the condition that we derived earlier using the exact formula. Now to find out the value of maximum voltage regulation, let us substitute, since tan phi r is x pu by r pu, cos phi r will be how much? Since tan is x by r, cos will be base upon hypotenuse r pu by z pu. Sin phi r will be x pu by z pu. Let us substitute these values into the expression. So it will be r pu into r pu by z pu plus x pu into x pu by z pu. So it is r pu square plus x pu square by z pu. So this is z pu square by z pu, which is equal to z pu. So that is maximum voltage regulation is equal to per unit impedance of the transmission line. Okay. And what does this mean in phasor terms, that theta equal to phi r? What does this condition mean? Suppose I draw the phasor. This is Is equal to IR. Then Vs is this VR at an angle phi r. Now the theta must also be same, this much, IRR, IRX. Now this is IRZ. Now if theta is equal to phi r, this angle is theta, then IRZ and VR are in same phase, and the sum of two vectors is maximum if they are lying in the same phase. Since VR and IRZ are in same phase, so their sum, which is equal to Vs, that is VR plus IRZ, will be maximum. If Vs is maximum, then mod of Vs minus mod of VR will also be maximum. So that is the condition for your maximum voltage regulation, that Vs and VR should be in the same phase, or VR and IRZ should also be in the same phase, because this will be Vs. So here sending and the receiving end power factor will be same. Cos phi s will be equal to cos of phi r. Okay. So if we draw the voltage regulation curve against phi r, this is for the case of lagging, this is for the case of leading. Then how does the curve look like? It looks something like this. This is the maximum voltage regulation, that is at phi r equal to tan inverse x by r, or we can say at theta. This is for zero voltage regulation. It is for theta plus phi r must be 90 degree. So that is the curve for the voltage regulation versus phi r. Okay. Now let us summarize what we learnt in this lecture. We saw first of all Vs Is equal to 1 Z 0 1 VR and IR. These were ABCD parameters, and we saw A equal to D and AD minus BC is 1. Then we saw if x by r of line is greater than x by r of load, then cos phi s will be less than cos phi r. Similarly, if x by r of line is equal to x by r of load, that is theta equal to phi, then cos phi s is equal to cos phi r. Similarly, if x by r of line is less than x by r of load, then cos phi s will be greater than cos of phi r. Okay, that is the conditions we saw. And we saw the formula for mod Vs, which is under root Vr cos phi r square plus Vr sin phi r plus IRX whole square. For lagging, for leading, this will be Vr sin phi r minus IRX. And we also saw the approximate voltage drop, that is mod Vs minus mod Vr, or we can say directly approximate voltage regulation, mod IR by mod Vr r cos phi r plus x sin phi r. For leading, it will be minus x sin phi r. So that is what we have learnt in this lecture. So short transmission line analysis is quite big enough, but the questions from it are very simple. If you just remember the phasor equation, Vs equal to Vr plus IRZ, and remember that it must be applied per phase, that is the voltage must be converted to phase voltage before applying that equation. So mostly the questions are based on that equation only. So in the next lecture we will see some problems that are based on short transmission line or whatever we have covered till now under performance of the transmission line.
So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, if you liked the lecture, if you like the content that you have just watched, and you have decided that Unacademy is the right place for you and you want to learn with me, you want to learn from me, then don't hesitate, because that is where we are conducting free classes every day that will boost your GATE rank. So if you decide to take subscription, click on GATE and ESE, click on get subscription. After this, you can choose the plan that you want to opt for. The final year and dropper can take 1 year plan, second and the third year can take 2 year plan. But don't forget to use the code Ankit ESE. This will give you 10% off, as well as it will bring you under my guidance. And as you can see, the prices are really affordable, my friend. It is much less than any other institute can offer you, and that is why I keep repeating, Unacademy is not an academy. It is a revolution. It is a feeling. You can make the payment by credit, debit card, EMI, net banking. Also, EMI is available on debit card, but for HDFC debit card and Bajaj Finserv debit card. So if you are from a weak financial background, you can pay the amount in installments, but only use the code Ankit ESE. And my friend, these are some videos where I have told how to study, how to get the best rank in GATE, and these videos will really help you in cracking GATE. So make sure that you watch each and every one of them. And my friend, these are our other channels, like for mechanical we have, for civil also we have, for computer science we have for SSC, JEE, all branches, electrical, mechanical, civil. And on this channel we have the previous year question video solution, that too free of cost. And many more channels will be coming very soon for you guys. So be a part of our YouTube family and you can take the benefit of all the free content that we are bringing. And my friend, this is my Telegram channel where you will find the notes of each and every lecture that I take. And this is my Unacademy profile, which you can follow to watch my content for free on Unacademy, because there also I am taking regular free classes. So if you can't afford to join Unacademy, then keep associated with us, keep sharing the content that we are providing, and work towards making this YouTube family bigger and better. We'll keep bringing more and more content for you, and the only fees that you have to pay, my friend, is that you have to work hard and you have to share and like each and every video that we are uploading. So that way this family gets bigger. Even the student in a rural area can take the benefit of the free initiatives that we have started. And my friend, you also get the best rank in GATE without having to stress about how to pay. So if you can't be paying or you can't afford to pay, then make sure that you are building this YouTube family, a bigger and a better YouTube family, the biggest and the best community of all electrical engineers. So that is all from my side. See you again in the next lecture. Thank you.